religion has returned to the public consciousness. In the eras before, state atheism, or some measure of irreligion, was promoted. Priests were banished or otherwise killed, and faith was replaced by loyalty to the state. This could not work in Veneta. There were already too many priests and other faithful leaders that wanted their own voice, so they formed a party of their own. There were also the transhumanists that also had an underlying layer of spirituality. They had formed their own party. You had the anarchists, who cultivated gardens and produced the food and lived in small communities. They formed their own. And lastly, were the successors to the one-party state in Veronia. They have formed their own party, and together they are a coalition government that lead the Venetan Union, government institution. You were, of course, a leader, and now you have fallen to the rank of a grunt, specifically by the director. You are at his command, but also at the command of the bureau chief. We're talking about Telev and CL, respectively. Now, you had never left your home world or your country before, but it all begins now here in the deserts of the UMQ, or UEQ, the United Emirates of Qadesh, on the planet Venus. Here in the desert of Kyra may spell a new beginning, or perhaps a sandcastle for your new throne. Telev specifically recruited you and has offered you a new chance. Better to offer you a new chance to stretch your legs and put your lethal skills to good use than rotting in a Martian winter camp. And thus, both of you have been taken away from your respective planets and brought here to Venus. Venus is the most sought-after resource, not only by the Vinetans on Mars, but also the countries on Terra. After all, Terra is slowly dying, much like any nation on Terra. Its sea levels have been rising. Its oil and petroleum have been depleted, or nearly depleted, and thus they look for alternative resources. And Venus has been a hot spot for proxy wars. And this is where you both of you come in. Desert of Kyra. Don't know anything about this region, you don't know anything about its people, you don't know anything about the wider world of Venus except for two things. The continents and the climate is like Terra, but there's a stark difference. After a little ways away from the continental shelf and the ocean, is just cloud. It is just air. It just plummets deep, deep, deep towards the core of the planet. Anyone who falls off any airship or plane when they're away from the continental areas will just die from the pressure. Hopefully. But you are far into the interior of this land called Qadesh. And you're going to a remote village that is currently being operated by the First Directorate. And now, we will open up the scene. For any and all future operations that you will be participating in this region, on this planet, this is where you'll be heading out of. But that you just left in is not going to be coming in and back to deliver you, because this was a risky endeavor to get people in the first place, and in order to avoid the eye of any foreign other foreign intelligences, you must maintain a level of, let's say, traditional modes of travel. So, you are here at the gates, and you have been informed also that others will be arriving slowly but surely. And it appears you are the first newcomers to the settlement. As you look to each other, look away to see the flying off in the distance, becoming just a little dot in the horizon. What do you all say? Stage is yours. The gate is...
Yeah, I think Shinnok will just shrug in.
You open the gate, and you see a number of different buildings in somewhat shoddy states. But you see the two most important people you'll have to get along with. Professional or... Nah, just mostly professionally, depending on the sort of person you are. You see the first director, Telev, and you see your bureau chief, CL. You report directly to her team. However, Telev is the leader of the entire directorate, which means he not only manages your squad, but also other bureaus within the directorate. Lots of bureaucracy, but this is the way things work within the Vinetan Union at the moment.
But it's not private.
It is not private.
These commies.
Me simply, when everyone arrives and somebody starts setting up like a shop, and I go, I will sleep here for tonight. When my shop is here, me throwing them out, I sleep.
But you do see that there is a forge. This is likely for the blacksmith. You see an empty building here. Both a few furnishes. You see a freshwater pond here. Number of fish swimming about. The most important resource in the entire desert, right below you.
Fish.
No. The water.
But Malik wasn't far off.
Fish. Important resource. You know what that means.
And you see two merchant stalls here. Empty.
Merchants?
Merchants?
Whoa. It's a trap. The moment you start install, we kill you.
Here appears to be the renovation of a tavern or an inn. Yeah.
Deal. What's with all these people trying to make money in our fucking commune? we gotta start killing people.
Again, no one's here yet, so it's all just being established right now.
One thing after another.
But let me go ahead. Okay. So, real quick, I'll answer Maxim, and then we'll get to what you asked. See some imprints. 2 round imprints on the sand. Looks like someone's been fishing for a while.
Saying I see ass cheeks?
But it makes you wonder, damn, this must be a really good fishing spot.
Well,
or that's one heavy ass.
You see an old man and you assume I like fishing? Is that how it is?
Yeah.
You goddamn right. Sits down.
Does nothing. Stands, gets into the camp, says nothing, sits down, starts fishing. And Fabiola.
Why?
Because you're a team.
What? We're not allowed to have our own private quarters.
Look around you, we don't have that much space to really give everybody. We're going to have bunk up. I'm even bunking up with Mr. Telev here.
Ah, typical commies.
She'll smile. And she'll say over to you, Maxim. Mr. Belov, if you heard me correctly, this is going to be your quarters. Please share with Miss Talnacht.
Squeeze by.
Max, Telev will lightly pat your back as you walk by.
She still throws it away.
You throw it on the ground. You hear Seal go, I'll pick that up. We can't be littering in our own hamlet.
It's paper?
What do you think this is, LA? Come on now.
Yeah. And she picks it up.
Oh, that's right.
This will do.
She'll give you a beaming thumbs up. And she'll step inside and she goes, here. Actual waste disposal over here. And she'll point to this very large trash can. And she goes, there's recycling and trash bin outside. We do have, I believe we got in contact with one of the Emirates waste disposal companies. So every Wednesday, don't forget.
Sure.
You see the bedroom. It's not just one big bed. There are about four smaller beds.
So tiny. You there, and she looks at Maxim. You sleep in the corner, as far away from me as possible.
That's fine. I didn't want to smell you either anyway.
I do not smell.
And by the way, these little steps here, they creak every time.
If these commies hadn't confiscated my perfume, I would be smelling much better.
Do not wear perfume on mission.
Namely, and she'll kind of gesture you to follow her. We've got some problems here. When we purchased this little hamlet, well, Mr. Telev did, and she'll point to the ominous entrance to the mines. Bit of a rumored infestation. You see, this place has been abandoned for a couple of years. The only times people come in here are nomads and travelers. The traditional nomads, the ones that travel by camel and know the secrets of mystic sand people ways. I don't really know, but they stop here, rest up, but they never touch anything close to the mines over here. And I've done a surface level of exploration. It's probably dangerous. Hostile entities.
Why is there an ominous black void in this building?
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Deeply profound by this question. I normally go by male pronouns.
So you're gay.
What? That's not how that works.
As all commies are, of course.
How does pronouns connect to sexuality? That doesn't make any sense.
Why are we first, Telev? This is a ghost town. It's creepy.
Well, yes. The creepier the better. It makes it cheaper. That's why we're here.
No. It's awful. Why didn't anyone else come here for us? You're joking.
I am. I have no idea what's haunting it.
It's haunted.
Well, it has been for a couple of years, but no one's seemed to be very enthusiastic with staying here for longer than a week. Well, yes. I think they're getting quite used to Hobgoblin.
Well, when are the others arriving so we can do our job?
Good question. Very soon, I hope. Transportation can be a little finicky, and avoiding all the sensors that this world's got set up by this Terran government, just a little tricky. That being said, he'll turn to...
Does very soon mean today?
Yes, everyone should be arriving today, and if not, I will have to talk with the transportation minister.
If I am needed, I will be in what has been designated our residence.
Excellent. Love to hear that. See you later, buddy.
That's where I was going. I'm not going there anymore.
What? Why not?
Because he's there.
What's wrong with him? Is it because he's black?
No, he's old and pukey.
And black? No, I get it. We will have to... We'll have to
he has a
rehabilitate you.
communist name. Disgusting.
It's not communist, it's Veronian.
Same thing.
No, not quite. I mean, the country he's from is now a liberal democracy. There she goes. Maxim, as you stare at this wall, what you thinking about?
I try not to think.
This wall, it's sandalwood. It's a mixture of palm wood trees. It's surprisingly not been eaten through by any sort of vermin or insects. Otherwise, pretty pristine condition.
That could go to show whatever is infesting here is taking care of anything else. In the sense of, like, if rats or stuff were appearing, then they're clearly being taken care of by whatever is here already.
Good thinking. It certainly fits the sort of environmental events at the display here.
Grumbles to herself and then picks through her formula book. Starts trying to figure out what she should brew up next morning.
You realize, in the world you come from, it's always temperate, always constant, never changing. And you look up and the sun is moving across the sky. And the area itself is a little bit hotter, but you realize this is situated in a small valley alcove, which is why the water is kind of pushed and funneled over here. You're thankful you're not out in the desert heat, bare naked, underneath the not necessarily clothed, but just like out in the desert plain, without any sort of protection. But here it's still hot, but you can open up your book and read and be relatively fine. Move in. This time you do see a pair of soldiers, one older, grizzled, the other one younger, probably in his like 30s, as they sort of talk to each other. Tell him. Yeah, what's so funny about his last name?
Joel Pussy.
You go ahead and call him Mr. Pussy.
Hello, Mr. Pussy.
Pussy.
But you see that him talking to these two, and you realize these are the watch guys.
Oh my god. Probably the Overwatch team.
Time passes again. Another pair of individuals come in. A very tall, dark-skinned woman and a very pale, almost inhumanly pale woman.
Hope she's wearing sunscreen.
But they appear to report to Telev, and one of them will move over here, and the other will.
What is this thing? It's just
It's the water supply.
water tank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you want any fresh
Chinook's
water?
got a bath at Noski.
No.
Yeah, at this point she would have drained the water skin. She's gotta grab some fresh water, and it's not a lot of places to literally chill out. It's too goddamn hot in here. What the fuck is that thing?
You see a raven masked individual.
Is that the good doctor? SCP-49?
They gotta look at you wordlessly. They cough once. Don't move.
Ah, plague.
They're gonna perch up here. Like a...
Perched like an actual bird.
Pretty much at this point. Doesn't seem to be any new individuals coming in for the rest of the day, it seems. And you see this man, he's setting up his alchemy lab. He's already got the Erlenmeyer flasks, he's already got the alembics, he's already got the reagents prepared. That looks like a bona fide alchemist if you've ever seen one.
I'm the only one that's supposed to be an alchemist.
He would be a threat to your territory.
Do you say that aloud?
Actually, you know what? She would.
I'm just gonna hear that and just go. Then go stake your claim.
You're right, Maxim. I should.
Maxim, you nod to yourself. You have successfully instigated a conflict. This is what you were trained to do. Except this is supposed to be between capitalists, not communists. What are you doing?
I'm gonna get out of my chair and I'm gonna watch through the window.
Oh, jack of all trades.
Mostly, yes, but I am more familiar with creation, biology.
Yeah, we all create. That's the point of alchemy.
I suppose that is true. I'm still learning it. I was mostly combining what I learned from university with my own, let us say, epistemological approach, and a handful of alchemical texts. But I'm no professional alchemist, at least not yet.
Yeah, I'm also academically learned.
Where'd you study?
What's the local university for, or like where Serania grew up, or like the main one for Serania maybe?
Oh,
She
missionary
prob-
space. We are actually moving around. It does
yeah,
not
I
appear.
knew that.
My apologies. I'm not quite so certain how much of your knowledge of, well, anything goes beyond alchemy.
No, I'm pretty educated. So,
Oh, I see.
name's Shanok.
Raymond Dressler, and he will extend out a hand.
Shanok will hesitate, but Evan shake his hand.
And he's standing at about, like, give or take, 5'10", 5'11". He's taller than average, relatively well built, built enough to that he looks like a man who drinks and exercises, but he's not a warrior. He is very much a man of the sciences. He's not like you. You are stronger than the average nerdy scientist, much stronger than some warriors, with the proper mutagens.
Of course.
She is going to be working with you all as a warrior.
Oh, now is she?
He'll nod, very matter-of-factly.
So you plan on giving her mutagens? I think I should.
Who says we
Given I'm
can't both give mutagens?
Well, I don't know. Yours might be unstable, or maybe even infected, unclean. You know.
We'll be both taking liquids from the same source, so I mean...
I'm just not sure your purification method is. You, jack of all trades. I don't know how much I could trust that.
Spending time to do that.
We'll see. For now, I must make sure Maxim isn't. And she glances over and sees that he's been looking.
Yeah, no, just blank expression, just watching.
He's already taken fancy to you, it seems.
That's not. No.
Are you a noblewoman from your homeland?
Oh, you could tell. And she poses fancily.
Frau Talnacht, it is an honor to meet you then.
Of course.
He offers a wry smile.
When she's looking away, I will return back to my seat.
You feel filled with between two alchemists.
Entertainment that isn't derived from people in the gulag.
Jellica, you see this woman, she's preparing a number of what appears to be cosmetic equipment, number of perfumes, number of different razors and shaving gels and ointments and creams. After all, you're in the desert, you gotta take care of yourself, baby.
So true.
And also the barber equipment. So, some guys here, they gotta shave, they gotta cut their hair. Ladies gotta, prepare themselves. It's all very important to a stable hamlet.
I think not dry shaving like soldiers. Let's do it.
Bombing everything. But if we are to produce munitions and electronics with the tools necessary, like lithium and silver and copper, we're gonna have to wait until the mines are cleared out. I'm assuming that's what they got you guys here.
Yes.
Well, I'll pull out a deck of playing cards, and I'll say, I'm probably going to be doing this in the meantime, but I do have the bare necessities. How can I help you?
You know how to make ammunition?
I do. I work with Mr. Dressler. He's the pale-skinned fellow. I'm sure you've seen him across the pond. He supplies us with the necessary powder. I go ahead and make the jackets, you know.
Him next.
Very well. Take care, Mr. Maxim.
I already walked out. Overheard from the hobgoblin. You are an alchemist. Overheard from the smith. And you him with the necessary powder necessary to create ammunition.
Yes, mister. I do what I can to combine the necessary powders. Saltpeter is very important for, as that's in sulfur, is very important to the alchemical process. Sulfur especially.
I don't need to know the process, I just need to know if we can rely on you for gunpowder.
I can assure you I can supply you with the proper munitions and hopefully specialized rounds as well.
I'll hold you to that.
He'll nod.
The fuck? As it starts to get colder, Shaq will put our jacket back on.
Very well, yeah, no, it's a weird feeling. The only times you would ever see winter coats or people putting on coats is either during the or if you're in the dark side of the planet. But
The dark side?
Shut up. But in this region, in the desert of Kyra, night can be wintry and cold and can cut your skin. So it is good you were putting on a jacket. Others seem to be putting on theirs at the moment. And now the color black seems to be a nice color for the colder areas, as the sun has yet to totally go beyond the horizon. Your economic status does not exempt you from femcel status. I'm afraid that crosses class lines.
Femcel.
A feminine incel. Incel, portmanteau of involuntary celibate. That is to say, she is a female involuntary celibate.
So you do not have sex?
I don't have your own choice.
What? I have sex.
With who? I
Is
need
she-
to write this
is
down
she
for the
flush?
prior record.
But plenty of people.
Yes, like who?
That's private information.
Very well, when you are more open, I will gladly add those into your portfolio.
I'm still not sleeping in the same room as him. I don't have time to waste it on cinema.
If you were specialized, you would know how to make the time to enjoy things you like and still do good in your field. You're overworking yourself.
Shut up!
See, Maxim's very insightful.
I hate old people.
Alright, Maxi boy. Shawnee, I'm gonna be heading out. Let me know if you need anything.
We need another chair.
Very well. Coming right up, I'll let the blacksmith know. We do need a carpenter, actually, now that I think about it. And a wood carver. Thank you for reminding me.
And be sure to give me a filling meal. These mutagens drain a lot of energy, actually.
A face pops up and it's like a wink. And I'll turn around. I'm not necessarily too confident going in, but I am open to trying to learn. If I find anything here too troublesome, if you don't mind, I will ask you, or perhaps we can exchange numbers to talk about it later.
Chuck will blush and exchange numbers.
Yes, for ease of communication.
Oh, No, you can find me around the hamlet. I'm sure.
Are you sure? I mean,
Alright, fine. If you must insist.
he looks at Maxim. Look back.
Just you look at me and I visibly shake my head.
It's bleak.
It's the fog cat image. He'll hand you his phone number, and he'll say, just let me know it's you, and I will add you to my contacts. And thank you. I will be sure to we'll be sure to talk again tomorrow, and we'll give you some opinions or insights or questions. I'm sure I'll have plenty of questions.
Yes, of course. And I'm ready to answer them.
Very well. Thank you again, Frau. It's nice for you to do this for me.
Of course, anything for a fellow aspiring alchemist.
He will smile and he will say, good evening, you two.
Shirak lets the mask slip a bit and she looks a bit tired.
You act like that every time someone asks you the number. I understand why you are one of these femcells.
He goes back to staring at the wall.
This is the morning, or is it like evening?
It's like around, give or take, like 17. Getting
Okay.
close to dinner time.
Fuck this. Then she pulls out some earphones connected to her data pad and starts listening to the band Smooch.
A banger. Only a couple of days.
Days.
She'll nod very enthusiastically.
Is she facing Shanak right now?
Yeah.
Just because I'm like sitting like next to the fire, was just kind of eating, but just at the response, I'll like look up at Shanak and I'll give like just a slight smile at that.
He's psychotic.
And then I'll go back to eating.
I think he's just pulling your leg.
That if he thinks that's funny, I don't think he is.
Don't be too hard on him, he's a zoomer.
Zoomers.
Kind of look up at see why she says that.
Mobile game where you run across train tracks. He's not that sort of zoomer.
No, of course not.
But he's got his own charms and his own skill set. And like I said, you'll be part of my bureau. I head Balmung. If you have any questions, if you have any concerns, speak to me. I'm your bureau chief. Here to listen to you all out.
Of course, ever so kind.
She'll look at everybody, look around the place, because you can make it cozy. I mean, if you like any decorations, want anything ordered, just let us know.
Shaq will put up her data pad and put on the TikTok.
You put on Talk Tick.
Talk tick.
Your teammates are in the building behind me.
I have teammates.
Indeed, you'll be working with a fetchling and a hobgoblin.
Ew.
Don't be too harsh. They seem charming, especially Frau Tarnak. She seems very charming.
What did he just say?
Frau Tarnak. Frau is German for lady.
Oh, okay. Ugh. She's gonna scoff a bit and say, I guess I can join them.
Very well, be kind. Remember, you don't want to make enemies of the people you'll be working with, the ones that will help save you and you them.
we're just working with each other. We don't have to be friends or anything. I'm going to walk out the door and gently shut it.
Ah!
Why are your ears so pointy? And she's gonna like kind of like poke her ears.
Maxim!
What?
She's harassing me! Who are you?
She'll look down at you.
She's
and
our
she'll say,
she's our teammate. I heard her kick down the door over there.
the name is Fabiola. Fabiola Dressler.
Ah.
I'm continuing to poke her ears.
Poke.
Shaq bend stem under her hair. It floops down.
Why are your ears so pointy?
I'm. They just are. It's
Bro,
part of my
I've
ancestry.
been giggling at work. Dude.
He's just been cooking.
What? He's not seriously interested, is he? Is he?
Well, he referred to you as Frau. And that's like, it's a German honorific. He just thinks real highly of you all of a sudden, I guess.
I'm fairly certain it just means he's calling her a girl.
Shut up, your skin's gray, you don't know anything.
I don't know who you think you are, but you better be careful around him.
Around
He
him? I'm gonna
Is
walk up
insane.
to Maxim. I'm gonna look him up and down and say,
I'm like sitting
He's
next to the
he's a
fireplace.
crisscross applesauce.
yeah, so yeah, she's hunched over looking at you. Like looking you up and down, like, so what's your deal?
No, don't listen to her. She is what they call a femcel.
Femcel?
Goblin noises from behind.
What's a femcel?
It is, if what
Deal
Telov
with
said
this,
is Telov said is true. It is you are a female incel. An incel means involuntary celibate. Means, long story
Oh.
short, it means she does not have sex.
I do. I do. She corrects herself. I have plenty of sex. I told you so. It's just private information.
Yes, that makes me believe that you are telling a lie.
I'm gonna look in the door and say, oh yeah, I want to go a few rounds.
We're not allowed.
It's true. Telov did make that clear.
Stop pulling my leg.
Wow, I'll happily pull more than your leg, lady. And she'll walk back over to Maxim. And go, so what's your story?
These two.
Well, Ms.
was that?
Dressler. Is it because of Miss Dressler, or is it because of Mr. Belov again?
It's actually because of this crazy woman.
Oh, I see. Well, she is free to bunk with Mr. Dressler, or, I mean, you can take her spot and you can bunk with him if you'd like.
She was
Pointed.
threatening to break code.
In what way?
She, just I like the idea. Just sitting here like, and Maxim just audibly just starts.
Oh, come now. Oh, come now, Miss Talnak. Jokes are always just jokes.
She was
You-
threatening you with sex, and you report that.
I just said
You really are femcel. Give us
Tell him.
more time to get to know one another.
As I said, I leave it up to you. I believe Mr. Dressler is perfectly fine with or without.
I'll shrug.
since you were joking, Fabiola, I'd like it if you stayed here because you're not leaving me alone with that man.
She will look at you as if a person would look at a sad puppy and go, "If it would make you feel safe."
Well, you certainly look more capable. I'm going outside now.
Very well. Let me know if you need anything else.
Gonna look to Telev and say, "She's weird."
Yeah, she's a weird one, but she is bourgeois, and she will slowly undo her bourgeois indoctrination over the coming weeks.
This works out. She was loudly watching videos while eating dinner.
What a bitch.
Isn't she the only soldier in the squad?
Oh, you and Miss Talnok. So
I was a soldier.
yeah, one.
Well, you are now. You're again.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
He stares into the fire. Telev turns to you, Fabiola, and says, "Well, if you need me, I'll be out there, and just double check him. We'll be walking around the perimeter. I'll be right back then."
Mm-hmm.
He'll wave, and he'll close the door.
Gonna sit over by Max. I would call him Faxum. Gonna sit over
Spitting straight facts.
gonna sit crisscross top like this Maxim by the fire, eating her fried fish, and go. Why do you think his head's a TV?
Do you think he chose the name Tello before or after getting the TV?
Perfumes and
Yeah.
separated into men's and women's cologne, like perfume and cologne.
Ah, good enough. Shadak will walk over. Hey, you. Do you happen to have anything, any aromatic candles or something? You seem to work with perfumes and such, I guess.
She'll nod. Do, and you may have to give me 5 or 10 minutes, and then I will come back to you. I do have a number of different scented candles, or incenses if you're looking for that.
Scented candles are fine. I need something to calm me down.
Very well. Come back in 5 or 10 minutes, I should have something.
Okay, good. You
There
seem...
are two weirdos in that cabin. I can't even right now.
I literally can't.
Bro, Percy, what I'm telling you, I have at least like 10 of those bookmarks from these days. Yeah, I'll say it'll like Fabio, you'll like finish up eating pretty fast. Like said bye to Max, and I'll walk out here and see you, Shanak, and go. So what was your name? I forgot it. What was your name again?
My name is Shanak Talnagd. It's best to remember, since we're party members.
You have a pretty funny sounding first name. I like it. Can I call you Shank?
No.
Can I call you Shasha?
That one is fine.
Okay, Shanak. So what are you doing out here? Did you even finish eating?
She thinks back. No, she didn't.
I was asking her for some mutagenic related alchemical books, and
A muta what?
mutagen.
What's that?
It's subcategory of alchemy. It focuses on changing your body or your physiology, like steroids, except alchemical.
Wow. And she's clearly not paying attention. She's like looking at his lips.
He pinches your nose.
Ow. Okay. Oh, but do you have any food anywhere?
I have
I
some.
think,
I have some
someone snuck
almonds.
into
I have
our-
some
I think
cashews.
someone snuck into our cabin and ate her food. Miss Shanak's. Can you believe that?
I recall there is a Mr. Beloff living with you.
But Maxim is a respectable soldier. I doubt he would steal someone else's rations.
He also looks like a rather large, heavy-set man with a big appetite.
You think he's gonna eat me?
I hope not. I need you.
You do?
Of course.
Wow. I didn't realize that was that important to you, Raymond.
He pinches your nose.
Ow, stop.
No, here's some snacks. You take both this pack of almonds and cashews. Perhaps she can.
Aw.
If she doesn't like one or the other, hopefully I can try to bring something else.
Aw, you're just so kind, Raymond. That's why I love you. You're gonna give him a big kiss on the cheek.
He'll give one back as you leave.
Gonna walk out, close the door.
Right.
and she's going to toss a bag of almonds at you. Oh, come on, you can catch that at least, right?
I didn't expect you to throw it.
I didn't throw it, I tossed it.
No, that was a throw.
No, a throw is this, and she's gonna take the catches and just throw it against the wall behind her.
Maxim, you smell.
That's throwing.
You smell. Nuts.
That's throwing. I lightly tossed it to you.
Should I could like is tensed up?
You look a little tense. You want to rub your shoulders?
No.
You
I
sure?
can deal.
I'm pretty strong. I think I can do it pretty well.
I have
In
my
her mind,
candle.
in her mind, I've never done this before in my entire life.
No, thank you. Schlop content.
There you go. Because your tokens are slightly smaller now. But yeah,
That's okay.
you guys watch the cryocynical schlop content. This fella who's in his 50s.
Just watching.
That's crazy. The same generation as Maxim.
Even he's in his 60s, bro.
just watching this and go, like, the video ends and Fabulous is gonna go, that was a very masculine looking like lesbian.
It's a man.
Why does he look like that?
I don't know. I
Like a
honestly thought.
fag.
Yeah, like that.
Sean,
yeah,
you think to
hit me
yourself,
f-
why is she calling him a bundle of sticks? Or a cigarette?
It's not a hard answer.
Yes.
Wow, congratulations. Fabulous gonna,
Alex cursor for Maxim. He's not thinking at all. There are no thoughts in this bit.
Fabulous gonna get up and go like, okay, I think it's time to sleep. Are the beds in here, right?
Yeah.
Is it only one bed
No,
or?
there are 4 beds, but the
Okay.
battle map doesn't portray it.
Shadak takes one big whiff of the center candle, and then blows it out.
Normalcy. Normalcy. I'm gonna walk in. Well, what's Maxim doing?
Staring
Oh,
at
no,
a wall.
I set up a chair in here, and I'm just sitting in the corner staring at a wall.
Yeah, he has done this all day.
Gonna walk in and look at you doing and be like, the fuck are you doing?
I've realized.
What's wrong with you?
I'm sitting.
Why are you staring at the wall, dummy? Thinking about things?
Sure.
What you thinking about?
Whatever comes to mind.
What's coming to your mind?
Nothing, I suppose. It's better that way.
Why don't you? If you're gonna sit on a wall doing nothing, might as well go to.
A fair point. And I'll just kind of collapse into a bed.
The beds are like this. So there's like one bed here.
Oh,
there's, like,
okay,
one
okay,
bed
okay.
here.
Well, Percy, my bad. The bottom up didn't portray it, so you're just giving us false information.
There you go. One bed here, and then like one bed here.
Dude, I sleep on the crates.
Dude, that's crazy. Fabiola begins to get in the same bed as Shana.
What the fuck?
Dude,
Gonna look at her and say like I want you from Maxim, right?
You can do so fine. And Shadak will climb out of the bed and. You can do so over there.
She will shrug and go, "All right, whatever." And she's going to collapse into the bed,
you take your hat off.
cartoonishly even.
You sleep in your, you guys relax. I imagine you all switch down into your casual clothes.
Yeah. Should not got to see her fat thighs.
She'll attach it to her belt. He'll run out by day's end. Never know when Telev is gonna send us out.
Why does it run out like that?
It's temporary reagents.
What's a reagent?
I'm not gonna Your brother
I'm
can
just
explain.
messing with you. Right? It's before.
Reagans?
It's the stuff alchemists use.
They
No,
assume-
reagents.
Oh.
Like how we're agents, but like re as in respond. Reagents.
Oh. Wow,
Re as
you're
in
really
retard.
smart. Oh, you're really smart, Mrs. Shanak.
I know. Thank you.
She's gonna pat your head, and she's gonna begin to change into her
I
uniform.
was the one to inform you all.
Baby girl.
He'll snap his
did?
fingers.
You did say you were born
Oh.
3 years ago.
Oh. He snaps his fingers. She like focuses. She locks back in on his fingers.
He's like snapping his fingers like things. That's right. You ought to pick someone else to accompany you. Fourth person. I leave it up to you.
Can it be you?
No.
But you said anyone.
Well, anyone besides you and me, the bureau chief.
Gonna look to beside him, kind of wave and be like, "Good morning."
Can we?
No, guys, you can't bring the camel into the tight lines.
Oh.
Can we bring caramel? Go into the future, grab caramel, and bring it back.
Caramel has been conceived yet. I'm sorry.
Can we summon ruin?
Can we get the sniper?
And look to Maxim and Shinnok and say, "Well, for scouting, should we bring the guy with the scope and a gun?" That makes sense. And she is visibly just going to point upwards.
But we're going into an enclosed space.
So he has a scope.
Yes, but we don't know how big the sightlines will be inside a mine.
Yeah. And
We should probably get something that complements all of our skills collectively.
okay. Well, how do you fight, Mister?
With this and this.
Oh. He's gonna turn around, look to Shinnok, and go like, "How do you do things?"
Well, I've never actually. I mean, I fight with my hands, mutagens in hand.
I stab people, and she's gonna like pull out her spear.
Do you have reach with it?
Yes.
Okay.
Has reach.
Is that the communist? She looks at the spear.
Custom made.
Yeah. Isn't it cool? And she's gonna bring it dangerously close to your eyes.
Shinnok flinch, like almost it tumbles backwards.
Isn't it cool?
Point that somewhere else.
Like this, and she's gonna point down at your feet.
Oh, no.
It's always feet when Fabiola's concerned.
Feet.
She's a wizard.
There she. Okay.
Are we measuring them by their cuteness now?
No, not really. Just an observation.
Oh, they certainly couldn't beat you in that front, Fabiola. He'll poke your nose.
Why is it always my nose? She's gonna look at Shinnok and poke her nose.
At least it's my nose this time.
Hey, are your ears pointing out of your hair again?
Yeah, that's their default.
I'm gonna poke your ears.
You reach and she flips them down.
Whoa! She takes her hand back, and your ears pop up again. She tries to go to again, and the ears flip down again.
Stop! Stop! Stop!
Come on now, Fabiola. Don't mess with her like that.
Oh, sorry. No, I wasn't paying attention. She's what was her name? Barwald?
Marvald, yeah.
Her having someone that can cast spells could be cool.
Not the idea. I'm not opposed to her or your brother.
What do you think, Shinnok?
I'd rather trust a wizard.
You don't trust your fellow alchemist?
You don't trust my brother? She's gonna look at you dead in the eye.
She takes pause. I'm more used to having wizards. Deltarax, remember? We don't have technology.
No,
As much
you
of
never
it.
explained that to me. I don't even know what a Deltarax is.
Whatever. My opinion, the wizard.
Very well. Mona Barval, there it is. Be sure to let her know.
I'll go grab her. I'm gonna walk over.
Of course not.
So what's a Cyrania?
I'm not explaining all this to you. We're on a mission.
Can you explain it later?
Maybe. If you don't get on my nerves.
I never got on anyone's nerves.
You've been alive for 3 years. As
Oh
you
yeah.
say.
That's when I was created.
What does that mean?
She's a flesh warp.
I can tell. And she like waves over at the face.
And then
My
she
brother Raymond made me.
He what?
created flesh warp.
Mm-hmm.
There was
I have
one,
a brother and another sister.
There was one that was in the gulag. Just funny thing to put a flesh warp in there. It was barely sentient.
Rookie? That must made you?
Mm-hmm. Made me, my sister, and my brother. Not so much of a now is he?
No, he
Bitch.
told Liz. What? How dare you?
Can you make a flesh warp?
You're the bitch here. I bet you can't even put together even a single potion.
Ladies, you're both bitches now, okay?
Yes, sir, Mr. Telef.
Who pat your head?
Sorry, hoorah.
Hold on. I'm glad there was no comment today. I actually have to fucking change her background because I swapped it out last second.
And so, Seal will look at you. So she'll sit up on this box and she'll say, "All right, everybody. It's in working order. Remember, don't go too far. The mine shaft here, but do what you can. You encounter any hostile entities. Whatever you do, remember, defend yourselves. If they are capable of speech, try to negotiate with them. But for all intents and purposes, any accidents, any collateral damage, no one's really gonna know. I advise you all to make sound decisions and judgment calls. But most importantly, be sure to protect each other. Do not do anything that might undermine the stability of the team, alright?"
Yes, ma'am.
Of
I would
course.
take 1 damage. What the fuck?
You're dying.
Brother.
Hmm.
Gonna point. Like kind of like lean her cheek further towards his mouth.
Alright. He'll lean and he'll lift up like the veil to kiss you on the cheek, and then he'll pinch your nose.
Alright. Okay, I'll be back, Raymond. She's going to walk on over.
He'll approach Shauna. He goes, "I have gotten through a third of the book. If or whenever you are done with your expedition to the mine, I would like to discuss some things over if you'd like."
Already? Yeah, of course. Of course.
I look forward to it.
Yeah. Happy to discuss. I haven't even finished that book.
Mona perks her ears up. She goes, "Huh?"
Nothing.
And so, you guys...
Yo, that's crazy. Shinnok feels like a stare from.
As you all slowly enter the decrepit and abandoned mine shaft, Fabiola, Shanak, and the newly joined Mona Barvald, you all enter the abandoned mine shaft and need to explore what's going on with this weird area of the hamlet. If they were to establish permanent safety within this area of the desert, and you need to first address the greatest resource, aside from the pond, of course, the freshwater pond, the greatest mineral resource here in this area. You'll need to find out what is keeping people from extracting said resources. But we'll pick up next week